Hi, Coach. Live here with the media. We'll go first to Steve Conroy.
Hey, Bruce. Obviously, Pasta broke through tonight. Looked like he was fighting the puck all night. What do you think got into him at that shift there where he just basically took over on that play?
Well, he cares, first of all, and they tied the game. We had a couple of looks in the power play. One was him that was off net. I think there was an opportunity to extend the lead, so he probably felt that he let one get away there. And it was a good shift all around. To be honest with you, they got the puck deep. Second effort on the forecheck, Hall to make the right play, and then get open in the slot, Pasta to create the turnover. So a lot of good things that that line will need to do to be successful. Besides off the rush and just natural talent, right? It's work ethic, second effort. And they've been doing a good job with it. So credit to them. I don't think some of our top guys had their best tonight. It's going to happen. Support people were excellent. And then, one of your top guys comes through when you need them. So, I mean, that's a good formula. You can't always have your A game, but when you don't, then, you better damn well bring your B game to help the team win. And I think Pasta recognized an opportunity, took the puck to the net. He's been going to the net a lot, Steve, without it, maybe not as much with it lately. And he did with it, and good for him. Got rewarded and hung in there and made a high end play.
It had been a while for a goal for him. How much do you think that was weighing on him?
Well, he's a goal scorer, so it probably weighs on him when he goes one or, not one, but 2 or 3 games, right? You can see with Marshy a little bit. So guys press because they're good players and they want to get it done. They want to help the team. And I don't know if he's pressed so much, Pasa, but, sometimes they get away from their game and just focus on, okay, how am I going to get that next one? And instead of just letting it come organically, because they're such good players that they'll eventually find themselves in the right spot and get opportunities. And in that particular case, Pasta, again, he attacked the net with the puck, something he needs to do a little bit more of when you're not scoring. Hung, like I said, hung around and got his own rebound. So in his mind, only he can answer, how much he was bothered by. You don't see it in body language with him. I haven't. But I'm sure, deep down, he wants to help the team win. How he usually does that is an offensive game and scoring goals.
Bruce, it wasn't just tonight. It was the last 2 games. Perhaps David had been a little quiet. What did you identify in his game that he wasn't getting the quality and the quantity of his usual chances?
Well, the things we discussed is I think he's been going to the net. For example, I know it's a late goal, but he's at the front of the net on Carlo's late goal. He was at the front of the net on McAvoy's goal that Hall fed in Detroit the other night. And I could probably go back a little bit. So his willingness to get to the net without the puck has been good when it's his turn, so to speak. I just don't think he's executed his shot as well as he'd like. Like on the power play, some teams have been taking him away. We haven't been on it a ton. And sometimes when you mix up the lines as well, Fluto, he's had good chemistry with Berge and Marsh. I mean, I'm stating the obvious. So he's developing a little bit with the other line, right? So that'll take some time. It's resulted in goals for us, shifting people around. That's the positive. We're here to win. And it's a team effort, but in some cases for guys, that could be a bit of it as well. But at the end of the day, if he continues to work hard and get his chances, like I said, he's a good player that can score and eventually it'll come. And tonight, hopefully, sort of gets the ball rolling for him.
Kevin Dupont.
I'm just going to focus on Steen here for a second. He's had better chances and not scored. So what did you think of the goal? What did you think of the game? And what is the impact across the lineup when you've got a young kid come in and he produces?
Well, guys like Oscar, he's quiet. He works hard. He plays the right way. He goes to the net. He finishes his checks, especially for a guy that's not that big. He plays a courageous game. So I think people are rooting for him, first of all. Second of all, the goal, it's clever, right? Puck's on the net. Some guys might have tried to bat it off, like push it off instead of poking it up in the air. I'm not sure through his mind he was planning on poking it up in the air and going off the goalie's back. I was probably poking it up in the air and hoping it landed on his stick on the ice, and he could whack it in. So it was a clever play, a little composure. Happy for him. He's had some looks from the slot where he hasn't finished the other night in Detroit. That one that came off the end boards, I'm sure he thought he had his first there, but Nedeljkovic made a great save on him, and he's had some good looks from the slot. He had one in the third, Kevin, that point blank in the slot, and he was off net. And that's the one thing Oscar will need to learn is you don't have to be perfect with every shot. If you get enough on net, and with his quick release, and he can get into the open ice. If you remember that play, come off on his forehand, squirted into there quick, protected the puck well, got his shot off in a hurry. He did it all in a one motion, just happened to be high blocker side, but he's going to score some goals if he keeps doing that. And that was the other part about what it does for the team. Sorry. Yeah. I mean, energy, right? Young guys. We talked about this morning, competition from below, from pushing up the lineup. And I think, we can sort of, I don't know, analyze it, guess, whatever, but all of a sudden Lazar now, who was out, has a more effective game because we see someone going into his spot. So I think those are good things, creating competition in your lineup. So that's what that part brings with a younger guy, a little enthusiasm, a guy that's excited to play when you get in these stretches where you got a lot of games in a row. And I think sometimes that can carry a little bit and give the other guys juice.
Jimmy Murphy.
Hey, Coach, how are you?
I'm terrific, Jimmy. How are you? Happy New Year.
You too, my friend. Good to talk to you. Just, you don't like giving up the lead 3 times, but the fact that they responded the way they did, what do you take from that? And what are you seeing differently in that terms of the response, not just from goal to goal, but even shift to shift?
Yeah, I think earlier this year, that's one I'm not sure we win, right? Like we were letting some of these get away. We couldn't reel it in. So obviously we've corrected some of that. I don't like to give up a lead, obviously, in the third, especially when we're on the power play. We put 2 defensemen out there for that reason, so no one would get behind us instead of using the 4 forward group in the second unit. And they still got behind us. Now, we kind of, we fumbled a puck a little bit, didn't execute, so can't really blame the D, but all of a sudden they're gone. So when you give up leads like that, you'd hope that your goaltender makes that key save when he needs to. Obviously breakaways are tough. So especially when you haven't seen a lot of action. So I can't fault him, but that's one way not to give up a lead. You get that timely save, but to get the win, you also get the timely goal as we went along. So it's both, and good to see the guys keep pushing. And as I said, a guy like Pasta, that tonight was more the secondary guys bringing most of the offense. And he, that line stepped up in that moment, did a great job. And then extended it at the end. We protected the lead well after that, did a good job managing the game from that point in, and got the 2 points. So that's growth compared to earlier in the year. And let's hope we can build off it, correct the areas tonight where we got a little sloppy, because I thought we did at points, but we reeled it in all night eventually, and that's the positive.
Last question, Connor Ryan.
Hey, Bruce, another strong performance from the 4th line tonight. Have you noticed anything different about that unit's game over the last few days, or is it more a matter of maybe just sticking to the formula and a few guys getting rewarded?
Yeah, I think with Jersey, you got to play low on them. They've got some small, quick forwards. We were, they do fludge in the zone early, Connor, so you got to go low to high to maybe get a little time. But then what you do from there, I thought we were letting some opportunities go in the first period by not getting it back down low. The lines that did got rewarded. They got to attack from the goal line. Now they got some fortunate bounces, but having said that, they got pucks back and attacked the net from below the hash or below the goal line and looked to make plays to the net once they stretched out Jersey. Because like I said, you got some guys you can lean on one-on-one and get some opportunities at the net. That's the formula against them. And tonight, for whatever reason, Blackwood wasn't tight on some of those plays near the from the off angle. He made some really good saves on plays around the net. So take advantage of it. You never know. Throw it at the net. And that's sometimes a blue collar game with the 4th line. Those are the ones that some nights go in for you. So good for them to recognize that, getting it to the net. Got a little confidence, I think, in Detroit too, that line. Freddie gets his first, Nose plays well, scores a goal, hadn't in a while, and both good goals, getting to the inside ice. And And again, tonight, they built off that. And as a coach, you try to reward them. I thought they were our best line tonight. So tried to get them out there a lot, as much as possible without losing the other guys. And I think they recognized that and recognized tonight, hey, this is a night for us to contribute in an offensive fashion, not just killing penalties and being physical and doing some of the dirty work. So they got a little bit of the, you know, sort of that part of the game that they all had and somewhere along the lines in their career, but in most nights have to contribute in other ways. So good to see it. I think good teams need it. Not every night, but you know, secondary scoring tonight was a big thing for us, and they were a big reason why we won the hockey.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep.